And down the stretch they come in Region 5. Logan, Skyview, Mountain Crest, and all the others. Logan and Skyview here tonight, and Logan still has a chance of getting in the playoffs. Skyview trying to make sure they stay in the driver's seat.
Well, you're right, Skyview is in the driver's seat, and Logan really has made a great effort in their last two games. Most of their losses by single digits. Got to get over the hump. This is a hard place to do it.
Last time they played Skyview, it was a tough game. They beat Mountain Crest out at Mountain Crest. They've had some upsets this year. It's a team that's been a little bit up and down in Logan, and Skyview the same way. They've dropped a couple of games you wouldn't think they would drop, but they have been, as of late, pretty steady.
Yeah, who's going to show up from either team is always the question in high school basketball. Logan got in a deep hole last time they played Skyview, came roaring back and almost finished the deal. Couldn't make it.
Logan, athletic, starting some younger guys, trying to go and get some speed against that height of Skyview. We'll see which one wins out. An in-valley rivalry game coming up next on the Game of the Week.
Introducing the Gold's Gym Complete In-Home Circuit Training System. You get the door gym, core straps, and push-up stands with rotational resistance, plus the circuit training workout DVD that'll transform your body in just 20 minutes a day. Start your training with the Grip Lock Door Gym. Turn any door frame into your personal gym instantly. Targeting each muscle group is as easy as changing your grip. Work your arms with killer tricep dips, then hook into the bar for six-pack abs. Continue your training with Comfort Tech core straps. Hanging crunches are the fastest way to a strong, sexy stomach. Finish your training with Gold's Gym exclusive push-up stands with 360 degrees of rotational resistance. By adding resistance, you build muscle faster. Burn more calories in less time with this circuit training DVD. Buy all these individually and you'd pay as much as $140. Act now and get the Gold's Gym circuit training system for only $49.99. Order now and you'll get this special circuit training wall chart free.
Logan visits Skyview on the Game of the Week, and it's brought to you by Icon, Health and Fitness, never give up. Aggie Sports Grill, the place to be. Camp Chef, the way to cook outdoors. Magical Moon Toys, come check out Pee-wee's Sweet Shop. The Sports Academy and Racket Club, your results, your life. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Intermountain Sports Medicine, stay in the game. U&I Furniture, it's always a better buy at U&I. S.E. Needham Jewelers, middle of the block, sign of the clock. Lewiston State Bank, your hometown bank. ARS Flood and Fire Cleanup will fix your disaster. Cache Valley Specialty Hospital, you do have a choice in emergency care. It's Audio and Video, Cache Valley's audio and video specialists. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's television station.
Here he goes.
And welcome to Skyview High School. Eric Olson along with Lee Vaughn. A midweek game as we wind the season down. Tonight, it's Logan and Skyview. Skyview trying to stay atop Region 5. Logan scratching for a playoff spot.
Logan sitting at 3-9 on the season in region, and Skyview at 8-4, the opposite ends of the spectrum. But Skyview's got to win their next three games because Ogden and Box Elder nipping at their heels.
Coach Logan Brown, the first-year coach of the Grizzlies, spent some time with me just a few moments ago and talked about his team. Well, Coach, kind of in the last legs of this season, and a couple of questions for you. Two-parter right out of the gates. One, tell me about the growth process of the team this season. It's always hard to get a new system, new coach, and everything else. And number two, you still mathematically have a shot at the playoffs. So kind of tell me about both of those angles.
Yeah, I think we're growing as a team. I mean, wins and losses is hard to measure some of those things, but as a team, you know, coming in and learning a new system and the kids staying eager to learn some of those things, it's been really good and really positive from our younger groups on up, and our younger groups have been doing really well, and that's always encouraging to look at, you know, coming in the future. But then our older guys, I mean, they're still working their tails off, still realize they got a shot. It's going to be tougher now, but, you know, we've been working hard.
And tell me a little bit about those shots at the playoffs. Everything, most things have to play out right for you, but you still do have a little bit of that in your own grasp.
Yeah, it's still there. You know, we got to win out, and we got to have a few teams not win out. But at the same time, our guys are taking care of what they can control, and right now that's how hard we work, how hard we prepare, and we've been doing that. It's always tough, you know, playing a couple teams like Skyview, as big as they are and talented as they are, but, you know, right now we got nothing to lose. We got to go out and just play hard.
Kirby Olsen, opposing teams concentrate on him. We know he can score inside and out. Has there been anybody else this year that, as you look at it and say, hey, they've really risen to the occasion?
I think one kid that comes to my mind is Russ Murphy. You know, Russell's just done some really good things and has really grown as a player mentally and physically this year. And, you know, we've played a lot of younger guys this year as well. And, you know, we've played 5 to 6 younger guys, 4 of them starting throughout the year at some point in time. And so, you know, he's one of the guys that's really stood out. Johnny Luke's starting to come along. Joe Benyon's starting to come along, some of these younger guys. And so, you know, those are all good things. We need a few of them to step up tonight against this good team.
All right, thanks, Coach. Hopefully somebody does. Good luck.
Okay, hey, thank you.
Well, Coach Brown staying upbeat as his team has struggled and definitely had their ups and downs this year.
Well, they have. They've had some real close games of late and been blown out in a couple 5 straight losses, and this is a tough place to try and get a win and break that streak.
So much size for the Skyview Bobcats. They're 4-4 in their last 8 games, so they've been playing up and down as well, have the Skyview Bobcats. Let's hear from Coach Kevin Anderson. Coach Anderson, last time we saw the Bobcats, you're in this 3 overtime shootout. Now you've got Logan tonight, so another in-Valley game. And you know, there's the big cliche about throw out the records, blah, blah, blah. It seems to be true, though, with these Valley games. It's hard to call what's going to happen. What's the dynamic going there?
You know, I think these kids, they know each other so well, and they grow up around each other, and they want to win, you know, and so you take those rivalry games and you throw out the records, you know, and Logan's mathematically still has a shot to make it to state, you know, and I don't expect them to lay down and die by any means. We know that we're in a dogfight tonight. We got to come out ready to go.
How big is that #1 seed for you?
You know, it'd be nice. You know, looking ahead a little bit. The #1 seed's got a pretty good seed at the state tournament. But, you know, we're going to take these one game at a time and let the chips fall where they may, and hopefully we can just take care of our business on our end.
Let me talk to you about your team really quick. You and I had talked before the season, and you were wondering about, you know, who's going to really step forward for you at the point. And, you know, young Mr. Knowles has done a pretty darn good job. He's young and he's undersized, but he's done a good job of running with those big kids.
He has, you know, and I think he's just gradually, he just keeps getting better, you know, as the season goes on. And so, you know, and we need him to play well tonight. You know, and speaking of the whole team, you know, these guys haven't played a lot together on the varsity level coming into this year, and so, you know, I wish we had had more preseason games to get ready for the region game. You know, hopefully we're just, you know, we talk about it all the time. Every time we step on the floor, we just got to get a little better, practice games or whatever, and hopefully tonight we can just get a little better and keep improving.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
Well, Coach Anderson's team, as we've said, they've been kind of up and down in the last 4. We saw them in that 3 overtime thriller against Mountain Crest just last week. And they're getting ready to introduce the starting lineups for both teams, so let's stay right here and do that. First for the Logan Grizzlies, as you saw Sage Nyman come out, #5.
Yeah, Sage Nyman's going to start tonight, the senior who's important to this Logan team. 5'9" guard. #12, Joe Benyon's going to start tonight, 6'4" junior. Number 15, Devin Cannon, a 6'3" senior. Johnny Luke in the starting lineup tonight, number 21. He's a junior guard. And number 33, Russell Murphy, a 6'3" wingman, also a junior. So starting 3 juniors tonight is Logan. Starting for Skyview, we've seen this lineup a lot this season, as we have Logan's number 2, Grayson Moore, starting at the guard line at 6'4". Number 10, Riley Knowles, a junior guard at 5'8". Don Corbell, 6'6", a senior. Casey Oliverson, 6'9", a junior, and 6'6", Jordan Nielsen, another senior, rounding out that very tall front line.
One player noticeably absent for the Logan Grizzlies, their leading scorer, Kirby Olsen. He can fill it up, but he suffered a little bit of an injury against Box Elder last week and will be unavailable tonight for the Grizzlies, and they're hoping that they won't have to be without him for too long.
Well, the real problem if you're Logan is without Kirby playing. He's a 15.22 points per game scorer, and he's really electric off in trying to get the emotions going for Logan, and that's going to be that's a big hole to fill.
One player I'll be interested in watching tonight for the Logan Grizzlies will be Johnny Luke, number 21, the junior. He's one of the most athletic kids that we've seen, maybe one of the most athletic in the region, number 21 for Logan, so keep your eye on him, and we'll have to see who's going to pick up the scoring slack.
He's a jumper.
Grizzlies. Yeah, he can get up and down. He needs to stay on the court and avoid silly fouls. When we've seen him in the past, he adds some energy, but sometimes he doesn't keep himself on the court.
Yep, that's true. Last time we saw Mountain Crest play Logan, Russell Murphy came out and had a huge game in the first quarter. I think he had 14 points, ended up with, I think, 18 for the game. He's probably the go-to guy with Olsen on the bench. He's
one of those juniors, 3 juniors being put in the starting lineup tonight for Coach Logan Brown. Skyview wins the tap. Knowles, we talked about him with the coach in the pregame, and he's done a good job running this team. Lights out as they throw the backdoor lob to Oliverson. He's been lights out from the three-point line, has Knowles, but didn't get a chance on that possession. One thing that has plagued Skyview, turnovers.
Oh, yeah.
That was a turnover there on that alley-oop because it was knocked down and taken away by Logan. Jumper by Nyman, good.
That's a nice look for Nyman. He uses his speed to get around the edge and shoot that little jumper from the elbow, and that's a good shot for him.
All the way to the rack goes Knowles. We're tied at 2. Sometimes you see a team that's missing their top player or one of their top players. Everybody else just ratchets it up another notch and gives extra effort. So often you see teams like that play better than they have, but right there they throw the errant pass, and Skyview with a chance to go on top for the first time. We just started, we're tied at 2. Corbell looks low to Oliverson. Turnaround jumper. Won't go, and a rebound foul on Jordan Nielsen.
And Nielsen gets the reach in as the loose ball comes out. Oliverson's had one good look and almost had another.
What I like about watching Oliverson, when he gets the ball in traffic like he did, he caught it high, he kept it high, and then made his move, turned around with the ball high, didn't bring it down. So many big guys want to bring it down, put it on the floor, and then they end up losing the ball.
Well, the key to that is being in the right position, because a lot of guys are out of position. They feel like they need to dribble it to get there, and that's when they lose it.
Down low, Devin Cannon gets free. Logan back on top, 4-2.
I think Logan may have seen the tape from the Mountain Crest game last week, a little backcourt pressure. Really hard for Skyview to get over last week and caused a lot of turnovers.
Knowles with the 3 ball. So it's Riley Knowles 5, Logan 4. The block by Oliverson. Grayson Moore underneath, a whole lot of contact, and Moore will pick up the foul.
Wow, that is a tough call to make, the charge block call, but I'll just say that one looked like a block. But I'm way up here.
5-4, Skyview leading Logan. Riley Knowles, all 5 points for the Bobcats. The sophomore point guard.
He averages just over 7 points a game.
Coach Anderson loses some height this year, but he gets Oliverson back and his point guard back with a year under his belt. And he made the point that these guys hadn't really played together much, and they're all still getting used to each other. Russell Murphy drops the 3 ball. Skyview back out front now, 7-5.
Logan.
Pardon me, Logan back out front, 7-5. Hey, I'm looking at a Skyview player.
Yeah, I know. Well, I was really just questioning my ability to understand reality.
The only 2 things at once that I can do is watch TV on 2 different stations simultaneously.
Especially football.
Johnny Luke knocks that one away from Knowles, but Oliverson's there. And this time it is stolen away. Cannon all the way in, and he's called for the charge as Oliverson stands in.
That's good Good defense getting back by Oliverson. He gets the ball turned over trying to get to that pass and puts it out of his head, doesn't shake it and get discouraged, hurries and gets back.